Gee Willikers, sexy Xy's! I'm stuck here in Westview! Well, while I'm here, I guess I should still give you guys an expose. And I'm going to tell you guys about one of my favorite neighbors, and I'm sure she's going to be one of yours, Mrs. Hart. Mrs. Hart is Wanda and Viz's neighbor. She is married to Arthur Hart, and Arthur is Vision's boss. That's about all I can tell you about her, but I can tell you, you sexy Xy's, that we are going to love this character, and she's going to grow on you, and let's hope that we're going to see a lot more of her.
Wandavision!
Hi, Agnes. Come on in.
Wandavision!
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about.
Stop lying to me!
You're Ralph Boner?
That's weird. Ryan was supposed to do expose, but I don't know where he is.
Oh.
So I guess we'll just keep going. Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to this week's Solving for X. My name is Sean. I'm the ultimate excavationist. He, they.
And I'm something of an X fan myself. Kevin. He, him.
And Num, introduce
You wanna go
yourself.
first? I am Sarah Starrshine, she, her.
I'm Num. I go by they, them.
Yay, we're so excited to have both of you. Thank you for taking the time, especially with New York Comic Con on the horizon.
Oh my gosh, the crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So, Num, you're a veteran of this show. We've had you on before, but we haven't had the pleasure of having Sarah before. So I'm excited to get to know you even more, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yes, welcome.
And I'm just wondering, who is your favorite X-Men character? Yeah.
Who?
I have to go with Jean Grey. She's my girl.
I can see from the wall on the side there.
Yeah. I just love her so much.
And what is it about Jean that makes you love her so much?
I just love that she's the heart of the team. I feel like she is just kind of like the moral compass, and she's also just had a wild history in the comics, and I feel like her growth has just been so fun to see through the years and just see what she gets to do. And I'm also a mother, and she has kind of like a maternal vibe to her, and I can connect with that, and she just inspires me. I love her.
Oh, see the feels.
Nice. Yeah. And I'm just wondering, since you're a Jean fan, we asked this question before, but I want your opinion. Do you think the Phoenix is a separate entity or a manifestation of Jean?
That's a good question. I vibe more towards it being an entity, because I just feel like Jean as her in her own is such a strong character, and I think it's cool when we get to see the Phoenix with her, but she stands pretty strong just on her own. I don't think she needs the Phoenix to, pull her weight, but it's always fun to see when she gets to flex those powers.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
I felt like I was getting outvoted on that one, so I'm glad you're on my side. So, and I'm just wondering, because whenever I speak to either of you, you and Num have so much love for each other. I'm just wondering, where did the two of you meet?
I will let Sarah tell the story this time.
Well, we live not too far from each other, but we met on Instagram, and just connected over Instagram, and then I think the first time we met in person was AwesomeCon in DC, and it like a light bulb went off where I was like, you live here? Like Instagram sometimes, especially in the cosplay community, you just feel like everybody's just all over. And so when you have two people with, the same, we love the same things and we just get along so well and we actually live so close together. It was just amazing. And we, we feel like we're like the real Jean and Storm relationship. And I love Num. We have the most fun every time we get to spend together. And yeah, I couldn't imagine life without them.
That's so
Dang.
cute.
I love Sarah so much. And like, I always say this because it's true. Like, I wouldn't be doing the cosplay stuff that I'm doing now if it hadn't been for Sarah. And like, just her being so encouraging and like kind and just welcoming and everything. I think that's how we like really started like to connect, and like meeting in person, obviously, like it changes this whole like kind of weird social media thing that we have going on in society now. Like when you're like real people together, it's like, oh, like this is a thing, like we can actually like hang out. And so like it was really amazing just like getting to like meet in person, and then our friendship just kind of exploded from there, so it's been amazing.
Yeah.
Aw. See, and it makes me jealous because I feel like I had that experience with Kevin. I met him through the socials, through
Yeah.
my Charm podcast, but we don't live down the street from each other, so we don't get to see each other all the time. But he's been
No.
such a good
so
friend
hard.
for the past, 5 years. And then we met Ryan along the way, so it's been a great
Mhm.
experience.
It's been
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
It's really cool that just social media and being able to be on a call like this and we're all spread out. It's really cool to be able to connect like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. In real time, doing things.
Yeah.
Speaking of connecting over the socials, if you haven't yet, check out on House of Carnation. Solving for X went up against House of X on Family Feud, and it was a blast. And we totally
It was so
decimated them in my head.
I was so sad I wasn't able to join in. I was so busy and I was like running around, and then I was hanging out with friends, and so I had already made plans. But I wish I was able to go because you guys had so much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
That's
good
okay.
time.
We got to play with Dean Demonic and with my partner Alan, so we still had fun.
Mhm. Yeah.
Nice.
Gilly
Just
said he
a
likes my
quick
answers,
follow-up.
so I got that.
Yeah, you did have good
Moderate.
answers. Just a quick follow-up since I brought this up last episode. So I brought up that I have a friend who all my life they said their dad was actually in an episode of I Love Lucy, and I saw them this weekend, and it's confirmed. There was one
Wow.
episode where their dad was Baby Ricky when Baby Ricky was a tiny little baby. I guess she has the whole series on set, so she found the episode that she thought was her dad. They like professionally had like facial recognition and stuff, and they confirmed he was once Baby Ricky. But she's supposed to send me
That's
what
so fun.
episode it is.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
And now he's a horrible Trumper. No.
Oh no.
The illusion is gone.
Stick with the
I
first
know,
part
I
of that
know.
story.
Okay.
Just crushes our dreams very quickly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's jump over to the future real quick to get this week's Sinister Session Gossip of Doom.
Sinister Sesh of
So my news for the Sinister Gossip Sesh is that it is highly rumored that not only Apocalypse, the one and only Blasphemer, but also Sinister is going to be the X-Men villain for the next 5 years. So it's going to be like those two are going to be the two primary big villains, and let's hope we get some other ones in there too. Bye. No. Wanda, stop. No.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't show up. Like, I knew Kevin wouldn't be here. Yeah, I don't know where Ryan is. Yeah, Mike, Ryan's husband, who I'm definitely speaking to on the phone right now. Yeah, he didn't show up for any of the recording. Oh yeah, I'm sure it's fine. He'll turn up. Oh, nothing. I didn't say anything. Yeah, okay. I'll talk to you later, Mike, who is Ryan's husband, who I'm definitely on the phone with. All right, bye. Hi. So I guess it's just me today, which is kind of good because we have a lot to discuss. Like, if you are a fan, you may have already heard all this because it's like a week late now, but let's go over it. So, New York Comic Con went on, and we got so much news. So, we got X-Men 97, we got a trailer. So, if you haven't seen the trailer online, there's a lot of people who bootlegged it. We get a lot. There's X Factor shows up, Polaris, Penance, who is another form of M. It looks like Quentin Quire, Danger, Rachel Summers, who we saw at the very end of season 1, is back. I was most excited about Colossus. Hopefully, we get more from him than we did in the original series. But Archangel and Psylocke! Oh my god! I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I love Archangel Psylocke. You can't have an apocalypse story without Archangel. And it looks like this season 2 is going to delve a lot more into Apocalypse, his origins. They're going to fight him in the present, but they're also going to fight him in the future through Jean and Scott. It looks like borrowing from the adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix. So a lot to look forward to. We did get a little blurb from Brad Windebaum. He says, well, Rogue and Magneto are stuck in the past together. They're kind of our past team. And Scott and Jean are in the future along with Storm and Forge. There's a lot of romance to go around, but these poor characters, they never get a break. But that's why we love them. The soap opera and the family dynamics are very, very strong, exactly, and kind of keeping in line with the X-Men. So I've also heard murmurings that there's going to be a lot of death. There's going to be a lot of death. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't recognize every character in the trailer just because some of them are in plain clothes. So I didn't want to like try to guess who those characters were, but we'll see. There's a lot going on. The Wonder Man trailer's out, and we get more Trevor Slattery. So Trevor Slattery and just forgot his name, but Wonder Man himself, Simon Williams, are auditioning for a reboot of the Wonder Man movie. So very meta. And so we're going to get to see Simon Williams becoming the hero that he looked up to as a child, but through a movie. So I think this is kind of like fun for Marvel. They're kind of like poking fun at themselves and how superhero movies are starting to wane. So hopefully by making fun of themselves, it's them kind of saying like, yeah, we're going to step it up. Like, this is us joking, but we're going to step it up because we're making fun of ourselves. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, we got a quick look at that. So Peter is now investigating Oscorp because, as we saw in season 1, he starts to get a little leery of Norman Osborn. But also we get Daredevil and Finesse are back, which it looks like we're going to get a bigger role from them with Charlie Cox returning to voice Daredevil. We get to see Nico Minoru like use her magic. How exciting is that? Because she's such an awesome character. She's my favorite of the Runaways. And we get Gwen Stacy. Are they gonna make us like watch her die again? Because that was so sad. That was so sad when we had to watch Emma Stone die. Daredevil season 2. So I think this is funny. Like, sorry, I know politics, but I think this is funny. So, like, Marvel had to put out a statement to be like, we did not intentionally make Kingpin to resemble Trump. Like, because they were working on this before Trump was president. But, like, the villain in Daredevil has gotten so much to be like our president that they're like, oh, we didn't do this on purpose because the villain is like our president, which isn't the first time this happened. Like, some presidents have been compared to Emperor Palpatine or other, evil people. So I just thought that was funny. But yeah, we have the anti-vigilante task force who is going into cities to look for people with powers, and they're not too nice to the citizens. It's a little ice. It's a little very reality. But that's what we're getting. But we are getting Jessica Jones with some speculation that we may even get Iron Fist and Luke Cage. That would round out all the characters from the Defender series. Also, what else do we got? Ryan sent in Scavoli. I wonder where Ryan is, by the way. Scavoli Tano and Stephen E. Gordon are teaming up to bring us X-Men Evolution pins. I went ahead and looked at Scavoli Tano's pins. They are beautiful. I'm so excited. I'm definitely going to look into buying these X-Men Evolution pins when they come out. No date as of yet as to when we may get those, but definitely keep an eye out for those if you are an X-Men Evolution fan, which I guess you can say am now that I've watched the whole series. Now, let's go ahead and get to our poll results for last week. So last week, we asked, who would you rather get drunk with? And Ryan made us add in Senior Scratchy and Dottie. We also had Agnes or Wanda. Surprisingly, Wanda got the least votes at 4%. And then, I just lost it. Well, I mean, I didn't just lose it. I lost it a while ago, but let me pull. There we go. Senior Scratchy got 7%. Dottie got 19%. No surprise that Agnes got 70% of the votes. Everybody wants to party with that Agnes. She's trouble. And lastly, no surprise, we are doing so good so far. We are undefeatable. Who would be a bigger fan of Buffy, Mastermind or Iceman? So Colby had Mastermind, Ryan had Iceman. Iceman won with 96%, almost a flawless victory. So that's 2 for the Solving Boys, 0 for our guests. We'll see how this week turns out. All right, great. Let's go ahead and get into our episode. We are on episode 3, Now in Color. This released January 22nd, 2021. Written by Megan McDonnell, Jack Schaefer, Peter Cameron. Directed by Matt Shakeman. I thought it was really funny. I'm not going to, be a bitch about it, but I sent it to Kevin when we announced on Threads that we were doing WandaVision. Somebody wrote in and was like, "You're just now getting to this? It came out in 2021." I'm like, whoa. I know.
It's like it wasn't part of our original plan, so it's like
yeah. Well, and I thought it was even funnier because we just got done doing a show that's 33 years old and another one that's 25 years old,
right.
And you're really gonna give us crap over 4 years.
There's always that one person that just...
And it's not like there's a billion things you can watch on TV right now.
Right. And also Matt Shakeman, he's big with Fantastic Four. I think it's relevant still.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah. And we've got a lot of excitement from people in the community when we announced we're doing this, so we're on the right track. All right, let's get into our scenes. So since Ryan's not here, I'll take over for scene 1. In our title sequence, Wanda and Vision get ice cream. Wanda magically vacuums. Vision makes a ton of burgers he can't eat. Wanda and Vision continue eating their ice cream. Vision looks at plans to build a playset. Wandavision buy baby supplies. They pass by Geraldine as they ride a bike together. Wanda sees Agnes at the store. Vision builds the playset. The playset falls apart. We see Vision hanging with friends as they leave the library. Vision is reading a pregnancy book to prepare for the bebe. We'll just say bebe.
Bebes.
It's just one.
Oh, bebe.
It's just one.
So this opening was a mixture of a couple different shows. Do we know which ones? Anyone want to guess? Anybody know?
Well, I already have it in my notes, but I'll
Okay.
say one. I'll say Laverne and Shirley when they're on the bike.
I thought it was Three's Company, but sure, Laverne and Shirley works too.
Man, Kevin.
I was saying Three's Company, but Brady Bunch for sure. And I think the song was Partridge Family.
Okay.
Inspired.
And
by Partridge
the
Family.
writing was Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So lots of things. Hexagons. So we got that coming back.
Yes, I noticed.
Did you? This is a deep cut, but did you notice? This in one of the little hexagons where it shows Vision in front of a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
The movie theater behind him says Oz the Great and Powerful.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't catch
Which-
that.
Yeah, which is a 2013 movie that takes place in the 70s. So I'm like, interesting.
Yeah.
But what's even more interesting about that movie was directed by Sam Raimi, who went on to direct Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
Oh, so maybe a little
Someone
Respect for
here
him.
is a big Sam Raimi fan. It's me.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah, that's really
also, they put Vision in his green and yellow colors a lot in this little, like the playset's green
They
and
did.
yellow. He's wearing green and yellow when he's cooking, so a little
They
Easter
did.
egg there.
Yeah.
So cute.
Oh, this was also the scene where they had the big upheaval where people were like, I see his flesh-colored arm through his shirt. You did not color his...
I
You
remember
missed that
yeah.
detail. And so that was the big hubbub with this.
So funny.
Hmm.
That's all I got. So I'm done with my notes.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right,
I love
scene
the
two.
the color aesthetic too. Sorry, just the
Yeah.
it really gave that 70s vibe. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
they actually
the way.
they shot it in 4:3 scope to make it really give it that 70s look.
Yeah.
Yeah, the aspect ratio I felt like I was watching something from
I
back
think
then.
they used the same lighting techniques too, like the same kind of lights.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Good call out.
Who's next?
I think it's me. So scene 2, Wanda is being seen by a doctor in her home. He makes noises and then confirms she is definitely preggers. Vision is confused. How did this happen so quick? The doctor starts to explain how pregnancy works. The doctor told Wanda she is 4 months preggers. Vision is even more confused. It just happened 12 hours ago. The doctor simplifies things as he explains the pregnancy to Wanda because she's a woman. He compares the growing child to fruit. Vision won't drop how odd it is the baby just appeared. Wanda tells Vision to see Dr. Nielsen out.
The look that Wanda gave him.
Yeah.
I love her just silent, brooding. Yeah.
Okay, then it's me. Outside, the doctor explains that he's about to go on vacay to Bermuda. Vision asks him to keep the pregnancy under wraps, and then Vision tells him to say hi or says hi to his neighbor Herb. Viz then notices that Herb is just straight up trimming through a wall. Don't know what that's about. It's a
He's
little
like,
much
glitch.
for Herb. He seems unfazed and just keeps cutting through the wall.
So I thought it was funny that the boss is going, or the doctor is going to Bermuda, because I feel like you never hear anybody going to Bermuda except for in these old shows or in The Sword in the Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Blow me to Bermuda. I was about to say that. It just keeps coming up on our podcast. There's always like the Bermuda Triangle. People never return.
Yeah, why would you go there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm away, so we can't make mischief.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have the
Yeah, poor-
internet back then, They didn't know.
That's true. That was their excitement.
And poor Herb here being a glitch like Vanellope von Schweetz. So that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised the tree trimmer can cut through the wall like that. That's strong.
Yeah. I'm like, keep that trimmer away from me.
Yeah.
All right. Vision goes back inside to find that Wanda has gotten even bigger. Wanda knocks over a papaya, and Viz rushes over to catch it. He is happy to one day be the proud father of a he says papaya, papa, because of the papaya.
Yeah.
But then I kept thinking of the Baby Metal song, papaya. So, if you haven't heard it, it's a very fun little jam.
I'm gonna have to listen to it now.
Yeah.
I love that he did a dad joke.
Baby
I just
Metal.
thought- yeah. Like Vision doing
But
a
you're-
dad joke just seems so sweet and pure.
You're right. I didn't even think of that because now he's a dad. He can start doing dad jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's corny.
All right. Later, Wanda is snacking as she magically builds and paints the baby room. Vision urges Wanda to sit down. She tells him she's fine, but just then the baby kicks. Wanda tells him the kick is like fluttering. The butterflies on the mobile come alive and fly away. Vision reveals he wants the baby to be named Billy. Wanda was thinking it would be Tommy. Wanda says the only solution to this problem is to hope for a girl. Vision starts to calculate how soon Wanda will give birth at this point. He maths it will happen in 3 days.
Friday afternoon.
Yeah. Before the sunset on the third day.
Third day. There is a fun little Easter egg in this scene too. The paint that they were using was Simser, and that is to be referenced to Jerry Simser, who is a Marvel Studios storyboard artist, and he worked on this show and a number of other shows. So that was a little clue to him.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I love when they do stuff like that.
Yeah. Kevin finds the most random piece of information, Sarah, and I challenged him that I would find more this week, but I think I'm already losing.
It's honestly impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who has memorized the behind the scenes book?
Right. I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, if only pregnancy could be 3 days long.
Right?
And it was really pretty watching the butterflies on the mobile too.
Mm-hmm.
Just the
Yeah,
effect
it was
they
really
used.
nice.
It just worked really well.
Picking off his nose, like that's, or whatever it was. He's like, "Oh, that's for me now.
Yeah,
Goodbye."
that's so sweet.
Cute. Be free.
Good thing Asia O'Hara wasn't there. Boom, shh.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Scene 6, later in the kitchen, Vision is looking at a doll while Wanda does woman stuff. Vision meets his personal best diaper putting oning as Wanda starts to have a tightening sensation in her stomach. Vision tells her it's a contraction. The happy couple start doing breathing exercises. Wanda's pain gets worse and her power starts to disrupt the kitchen. The two run into the living room. Suddenly her powers stop. Vision decides to check on the neighbors to see if the power surge affected them at all.
And let me blow some dust off this. Because we have a You Look Familiar.
You look
Familiar.
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 If you think that's bad, you should hear me sing.
So
Is
when
it a Brady
Wanda and
Bunch?
Vision-
Oh.
No. When Wanda and Vision like strike their pose to like see what's happening, they're posed just like the first comic of the Vision
Oh, yeah,
and Scarlet Witch from the 70s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Very
did
fun.
notice that when I was watching it again. I was like, oh, it's like the cover. Okay. I get why they were doing that now.
Mhm.
Nice.
And I've
That
got
is
a nice
fun.
little side by side I'll post so everybody can see.
Perfect. You look familiar. But there's also a little Brady Bunch Easter egg. If anybody who's fans of the Brady Bunch would recognize that doll, it's Kitty Carryall, which was Cindy's doll.
I didn't even
Oh.
see her. I would have totally
Mhm.
recognized Kitty Carryall.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Great,
So-
so now I have to do another You Look Familiar.
Yeah, that's why I thought you were talking about that. The doll that Vision is looking at. Yeah.
Okay.
Yay. Okay, in scene 7, it's next door, and Wifey comes in to ask if her earrings make her look fat. Suddenly, the power goes out, and Hubs mutters, "Thank God," since now he doesn't have to answer.
I thought that scene was so funny. It's so random. Like, why would earrings make you look fat?
When you're pregnant, it doesn't matter. It's,
Okay.
I know.
the hormones are
Shit
so...
and you do.
And you just don't feel like a human anymore, especially as far along as she was at that point.
Okay, that's fair.
There's a lamp in that scene too that had two little cherub boys in it, which I was like, interesting. Just interesting.
Oh. I wonder what that's referencing.
I know.
Oh, Mephisto.
Mephisto.
I'm gonna pause. I'm so sorry, but like I remember like when I was watching this like the first time during like when it was releasing, and like every week it was like Mephisto, like every week.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna
Absolutely.
show up. And I was like, can we just watch the show? Because y'all are stressing me out now.
Right.
Everyone is waiting
They
for
were
that
the most random
connection.
stuff.
All right. Back at the manor, house, Vision comes in to report that the power is out on the whole block. Wanda is worried that this was just a fake contraction. Oh, if this was just a fake contraction, what will happen when the real one kicks in? Wanda mentions she's afraid they will be found out. Vision sits down and starts to put together all the clues that something is wrong. He gets very serious. Wanda, something is wrong. And then Wanda rewinds the scene and has it play out more to her liking. A real contraction starts up. Vision floats into the air. Vision mentions maybe his math is off. The couple breathe together to relax. Wanda, hoo, all those kind of things. It suddenly starts raining indoors. Oh, Water thinks her water broke. Did I say water? Wanda thinks her water broke.
So, is this an accurate depiction of what your pregnancy was like, Sarah?
Did the ceiling just start raining down? Yeah. It felt like it in my head.
Commercial time. We see a desperate mom dealing with accidents in the home. A soccer ball spilling cereal. A dog peeing on the wall. A burnt roast. A blender on the fritz. She steps back and looks at the chaos. The announcer asks her if she needs a break. She says yes. He whisks her away to a private bath where she can use Hydra soak. Find the goddess within. So, this has a bigger meaning than what I originally thought when I researched it. Because, of course, Hydra. We know Hydra created Wanda's powers. But this is also a reference to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. See, I'm trying to beat Kevin. See, in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the episode Identity and Change, Phil Coulson mentions a blue soap Hydra may use to insert false memories into people. And Jack Schaefer was asked about this after this episode came out, and he wouldn't answer. He kept avoiding answering. So people...
Jack Schaefer's actually a woman.
Oh. Fine, you had to one-up me again.
Yeah, Jack Schaefer's actually a woman. She comes on to do Agatha. But yes, the mind control soap.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. And also, I feel like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is kind of like the black sheep of the MCU family. So it's interesting that they would reference it in this show, because I think it's like no other property acknowledges that it existed.
Right.
Even though it was an incredible show, but...
I'm also really curious because they're all going to be at New York too. Well, not all of them, like a bunch of them are going to be there too. So I'm curious if they're going to say something about it or about like future stuff. Yeah. Because also Chloe Bennett has been like talking about Marvel a lot lately, and I'm like side-eyeing.
Can we please get Quake and Doomsday?
Well, she obviously wants to come back. So
yeah, I mean that was
I'm here for it. I love her.
Made her, a star. So and she loved that role.
She lived for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She lived for the Marvel stuff, and I feel like they deserve to be in the new Marvel stuff. That's my own opinion. But
they need their own
song. I've heard rumblings.
Or more gossip time.
Yeah. We already did that section, Num.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Gossip. Getting back to this commercial.
Bennett, she's beautiful. Like, put her on the big screen. I'll be drooling the whole time. Sorry, go ahead, Kev.
In this commercial, I did love that the actress was like blowing the bubbles. She's like, it just made me happy.
She leaned all the way into the camp, and I love
it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my kitchen.
Scene 10. Wanda and Vision hide under the table until the deluge of water stops. Wanda summons a wind to dry off the house. Wanda asks Vision to call the doctor. He goes to use the phone, but it's down. Vision suddenly remembers the doctor may already be gone on vacay. He rushes out to try and find the doc before he leaves. Wanda is left alone and starts doing her breathing. She hears a noise from the nursery and goes to investigate. She clandestinely sneaks towards the nursery when the doorbell rings.
Clandestinely. Okay. It's hard not to do it.
I know. It's like our favorite word on this show. I slipped it into Nightmare on Grey Malkin Lane as well, just for that reason.
It's a good word.
Yeah.
I need to use it in real life more.
Yes, it's working.
Okay, in scene 11, Wanda magics a coat onto herself to hide her pregnancy. And it's Geraldine at the door. She's surprised that Wanda is wearing a coat in 75-degree weather. Geraldine asks for a bucket. All the pipes in her kitchen have burst at the same time, and she needs to bail out the water, which is kind of ridiculous, but okay. Wanda starts having contractions. With each contraction, her coat changes into a raincoat, then a mink coat, and Wanda is impressed. She takes off the coat. Geraldine walks in, and Wanda grabs a bowl of fruit just in time to hide her pegger belly, and Geraldine takes an apple.
Such a fun little scene.
I
She's like,
know,
She's like, She's like, oh, Bink.
I know, I love that. And I know this is like a classic show trope to like hide pregnancy, but it made me right away, Kevin, think of Piper from Charmed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, see? Because, you know, they had to fake it and then they had to hide it, and then they're like, oh, wait, she can be pregnant now.
Yeah. Let's just cut off her head for an episode because she's too fat now. No.
Right.
True story.
True
They
story.
had her be like a talking head.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. It was a headless horseman. It was a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like the reference with fruit too, because all throughout pregnancy it's like baby is the size of an apple, baby is the size of a pineapple, and so having an actual fruit in front of her belly. It's
yeah,
really
that was a nice touch.
All right, so Geraldine is about to leave, but instead sits down on the couch. Geraldine starts talking about a tip in the tip jar when Wanda sees a stork. She urges Geraldine to keep speaking. Yes, tell me more. Okay, don't look behind you. As Geraldine drones on, Wanda tries to magic the stork away, and she is definitely a chatty Cathy over here. I'm like, okay. But it's stubborn and keeps waving off the magic. The stork is about to enter the room. Wanda throws an orange at it. She's like, ah! That was crazy funny. The stork makes a noise like chattering, and then Geraldine is like, "Do you hear that? What was that?" And Wanda covers by saying it's her new refrigerator that makes its own ice, and Geraldine is like, "Ah, okay, cool. You fancy."
Yes.
And then Geraldine continues her story. The stork starts biting at her clothes. Geraldine exclaims loudly, and the stork runs off into the spare room.
Problem solved.
Yeah. So I got wondering, though, about the stork. Like, why couldn't Wanda get away with her magic? It makes me wonder, like, if she's not fully in control of things as much as you think she is. Like, maybe there's, like, a disconnect between, like, her intentions versus, like, the part of her that's repressed or whatever. What's holding her back? There's something goofy happening.
That's a good point.
I was always thinking of it like, I was of two minds where it's like, is this Agatha like messing with her?
Right.
Or is this like her like trying to do too many things at one time and not being able to like manage it all?
That's true, because if it's not Agatha, it won't be her magic then.
Yeah. And like for her too, it's like, this is a lot of magic you're already magicking, bringing, you know, children into the picture, your husband's off somewhere doing mischief stuff, and you know, you just had to rewind time essentially, or rewind the scene because he was figuring stuff out, so it could be like a lot of strain.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I think So we've kind of seen in episode 1 and 2, like in episode 1 when Mr. Hart is choking, she starts to lose her control over Mrs. Hart. Episode 2, she starts to lose control over who was in episode 2? I forget. But whenever she's under stress, her magic starts to go wonky.
the bee man, the beekeeper.
Oh yeah, the bee man and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I
And
wonder
what's her
if
name? She cut
because
her
she's
hand.
under stress.
Oh, and Dottie too.
And
Yes.
Dottie, that's what it was. Okay.
I was like, it's not.
Yeah.
No, her from
Yeah.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
What's her actual name of the show?
Yeah.
I was like trying to think of it.
She was our feature.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Before leaving, Geraldine decides to get something from the spare room. Wanda is afraid she'll see the stork. Luckily, it is standing perfectly still in front of a painting of a stork carrying a baby. Geraldine's attention is elsewhere anyway. She spots the crib. Wanda has a contraction and drops the vase she was holding to block her bulged belly. Geraldine realizes Wanda is preggers. This is my shock face.
Gasp.
Dr. Nielsen is working on his car. He decided to poop out just before Bermuda. Vision speedily runs onto the scene. Vision grabs Dr. Nielsen, throws him on his back, and runs off towards home. Mrs. Nielsen gets out of the car a little confused. She's mad if she doesn't get to show off her brand new two-piece.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
She's probably been waiting all year for this moment.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and I feel like this is a big hint because you would expect her to get out of the car and be like, what the hell just happened to my husband? But she's like, I'm going to wear my two-piece. So it
Yeah.
shows how much control
Super
they're
speed
under.
running away.
She's ready to go without him.
Yeah. She's like, good, let me call the pool guy.
Okay, so in scene 15, Geraldine rushes to prep the couch for Wanda as she shambles slowly behind. The contractions are getting worser. The house is starting to match itself.
That's Sean language.
Yeah.
So Wanda decides to lay on the floor. Geraldine puts pillows under her head just in time. Geraldine starts walking Wanda through the birth. The vacuum overheats as the fire dies down, and then suddenly the baby has arrived, looking all immaculate and stuff. It's definitely a TV show baby, not a real life one.
Not covered in blood.
And then just then, Vision and Dr. Nelson run in. Geraldine has the doc join her in the kitchen to give the new parents privacy. Vision takes off his disguise so the baby can see him. And they name the baby Tommy. Just then, Wanda has another contraction. And it's another baby!
What?
Shocking! This is terribly shocking.
Who would have seen this coming? I do think it's funny that Tommy came out first, though. He's that fast. He had to beat Billy to the punch.
I know.
That's so true.
So I have to show you something. You know how Ryan may have the
We don't
Strucker
show penis
watch.
Show.
No. Okay, well, good to know. Thanks for the warning. But it's not that. You know how Ryan has the Strucker watch?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have something.
Oh, wow.
I have the Electrolux vacuum from the 70s. That's in this episode.
What? I have questions.
I'm like 1,000.
Does it work?
So there you go. It does work.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
you
my God.
put new bags in and everything, but
Wow.
That's crazy.
so I was like, that's my vacuum.
So, you already had that
Having this
before the
on
show?
set. Give me my vacuum back.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
So
That's so
it was kind of fun.
Oh, Kevin. That is good.
Yeah. So Geraldine and Dr. Nielsen join the new parents in the living room. The doctor counts the fingers and toes and reports that they have 2 healthy baby boys. 20 fingers, 20 toes. Very scientific. Dr. Nielsen thanks Geraldine for her services. He tells Geraldine she should have been she should be a nurse because you're not going to be a doctor, only a nurse. Yeah.
Sexism.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, and I feel like he gets a look from her too. It's like
she knows what's
Viz
up.
and the doc leave. She does. She's up with it. So they leave, and then on the patio, the doctor tells Vision he won't be going on his trip after all. These small towns are awfully hard to escape. Escape.
That was so haunting to me. Like it's like he knows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The cracks are starting to appear.
And, like I feel like at this point in like the show too, it's like, oh, this is like something's wrong here. Like it's not good.
Nope. All right. As Vision is about to go back inside, he notices Agnes and Herb canoodling. He walks over to investigate. Agnes reports that she lost power too, but Ralph looks better in the dark. So she isn't complaining. I love Agnes so much. She's the best.
Me too.
Vision is about to go back inside when Agnes stops him. She asks if Geraldine is inside with Wanda. Vision reports that she is. Uh-oh.
Is canoodling the right word? Are they making out?
Canoodling doesn't mean making out, does it?
It doesn't mean like cuddling
gossiping.
and stuff. Oh, I thought it was like conspiring. Okay. All right.
Back inside, Geraldine
right.
and Wanda.
Sorry. It
Sorry.
means cuddle amorously. Oh, I've been using
There you
that
go.
word wrong this whole time.
I was like,
I'm never doing that too. She's got Ralph.
yeah. I was like, well.
I don't remember them being that intimate.
Right.
We're watching a different show.
Back inside, Geraldine and Wanda are fawning over the babies. Wanda opens up to Geraldine about her being a twin as well. She had a brother named Pietro. This news seems to spin Geraldine into a reverie. Wanda starts singing to the babies. Suddenly, Geraldine remembers that Pietro was killed by Ultron. Wanda hears Geraldine but tries to brush it off. It was fun hearing the little lilt of her saying, like, Pietro.
Yes, her accent came back a little. I was like,
I noticed that too. Interesting.
Like talk about cracks. Like this is a crack in her little like show facade.
Yeah.
Finally,
Yeah.
out.
I know the real you.
Lullaby, too.
Yeah, it was great. I'm sorry. Okay. Outside, Agnes and Herb tell Vision that Geraldine is new to town. They start to paint Geraldine as someone who's untrustworthy. No family, no husband, no home. Back inside, Wanda is taken aback by the mention of Ultron. She asks Geraldine to repeat herself. Geraldine tries to cover it by saying that Wanda is a strong lady. Wanda demands to hear what Geraldine had said about Pietro. Geraldine is getting uncomfortable. Wanda asks her to leave, but not before noticing the sword necklace that Geraldine is wearing.
Come out, wherever you are.
Don't worry about us, Dingo. We'll make sure we can.
Cameo.
Is that a cameo? I just heard cameo. Sword. We're talking sword in this show. So
yes.
Oh, I should have looked it up. I forgot what sword stands for. Does anybody know off the top of their head?
Strategic.
I know the W is weapons.
Weaponry.
Weaponry.
Okay.
I don't know. It reminds
Operations.
me of
Sentient World Observation and Response Department.
Okay.
So sword was actually like pretty new to Marvel because it first showed up in Joss Whedon's run, right? In the early
Astonishing
2000s.
X-Men, yeah.
Yeah. And
which kind of like annoys me too because I'm like, I want Abigail Brand. Give me the
yes.
Love to hate her.
Yeah,
I know. Well, I just want a whole like comic series about Beast and Abigail Brand like being a couple and seeing like the shenanigans they get into.
Oh my
Her
goodness.
skin's crawling.
No, okay. Sorry.
That
No,
version of
Working
him
myself
and
out.
that version of her are the no buenos.
No bueno.
No.
But yeah, so Sword was introduced as the sister to Shield, Sword and Shield, and they basically like protect us from aliens and space invasions. And
While employing
Wanda.
aliens.
Mm-hmm.
And Wanda,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
But I love Wanda. She sees the sword because that makes her even more suspicious because of her seeing it on the helicopter and the beekeeper. All these things that were kind of like weird to her. She's like, "You are one of those weird things."
Anomaly.
Things that do not belong.
Yes. Right. All right. Outside, Agnes and Herb continue to warn Vision about Geraldine. Herb tries to warn Vision that Geraldine came here because, well, we're all ... But he can't seem to get the words out. Inside, Wanda asks about the sword necklace. Geraldine covers her necklace. Outside, Herb tries to get his words, but Agnes stops him. She's like, "Stop it," which is what Mrs. Hart said. Oh. And Agnes is looking super worried too. I'm like, this is unusual. Inside, Wanda is mad and she's demanding an answer from Geraldine. "What did you say? Who are you?" But she's very calm. "Who are you?" Outside, Agnes leaves and Herb goes back into his home.
All right. Wait. Yes, 21. Okay. Vision goes back into his home to find Wanda alone with the bebés. He asks where Geraldine went. Wanda tells him she had to rush home. The screen suddenly expands its aspect ratio.
I love
This was chilling to me, though, for Wanda to just be like, "Oh, she went home." Especially
Right,
since
'cause
Vision
now
just
she's
found
lying.
out she doesn't have a home.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Outside Westview, we see a TV portal open up, and Geraldine is thrown out of it. A large cadre of sword agents come to check on her. They are monitoring Westview just outside the TV dome.
So I know this aired 4 years ago. I can't believe we're even covering it. But do you remember your reaction to seeing that it was like a dome that we're dealing with?
Yeah, it was
I remember
mind-blowing.
I liked the show up to this point because I liked how different it was, but I did like how like, okay, at the end of this episode, we're finally getting back to like that core MCU feel. Like it really felt like, oh, I'm back to like what is the norm for us as viewers. So it made me really excited about what was coming up and all of the future of the show, just because I was like, oh, we're gonna get like modern, like cool stuff too. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was a really good hint.
Yeah, and it felt like
I
it
was
was
just
just
like
really
aghast.
starting to ramp up too. Sorry, Kevin.
No, you're good. No, you're good. But yeah, it was very exciting. I mean, I was always in it this entire time, but every time that every new episode came, a little bit more is revealed, a little bit more is shown. It's just mind-blowing.
Yeah, and I remember being just so mystified because like I didn't even have a thought that there'd be like a dome, and especially seeing like it's a TV like dome with the white noise. It was so cool and so different. I just didn't expect to see it go down this way.
Yeah.
So let's see. So we talked about the aspect ratio, and yeah, Kevin mentioned they used tungsten lights to really get the popular 70s look. They featured a laugh track because that's what was used in shows of the day. So they did, once again, everything they could to really make this feel like it's straight out of the 70s. Oh, and we didn't really mention it, but the house is basically like the Brady Bunch house in this episode. Like it looks just like
the stairs, the walk wall. You know, it was definitely inspired.
All right, cool. So that takes us into our little segment. I've got a theory.
I've got a theory.
Expanding the borders of the false world we created.
I've got a theory.
It could be witches.
So we like to kind of talk about theories that were going on around this episode. So people were obviously talking. The biggest one, how the hell did Geraldine get there? What is going on?
And where is Mephisto?
Where's Mephisto?
Where is he? I'm just doing it because, like, at the time,
Yeah.
it's all
Oh my
anyone was
gosh.
ever talking
That's
about.
all they would talk about.
He's like,
There are
"It's
demons.
like,
I
freak
know
out,
of-
and then where's
there's
Mephisto?
demons everywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, Mephisto.
Well, and we did notice rewatching episode 1, I think a lot of people thought that because the toaster had 3 9s on it. And obviously, if you flip 3 9s over, you get 3 6s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, the sword logo could look like an upside down cross too, a little bit.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so if you don't know who Sword is, I could definitely see
Mhm.
that happening. I remember for me when this came out, I had obviously heard rumors that like they were going to be casting Billy and Tommy, so I was really excited because Billy's like one of my favorite characters. But my whole thing was, but will they have powers? Will we get to see them have powers? Are they coming out of WandaVision? So that was where my mind was.
Mhm.
And then we also see like the increasingly disturbing behavior of the citizens. Were there any thoughts about that back in the day?
I mean, it was definitely freaky. It was very Stepford Wives, and it was unsettling to me. I remember thinking that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great analogy because, yeah, especially with Agnes and Herb at the end, it's like they're just like screaming for help, but they can't
Yeah.
say anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely unsettling. And just at the time, I was like, "What? What in the world?" Because watching it, you think they're just part of it. To know that they're like, they have their own minds and they're just kind of trapped in there. It's terrifying.
I think too, like with the doc saying like, "Oh, it's so hard to leave," the like sense of like, "Oh, they're being kept like prisoner," in a sense, was starting to like really like be solidified in the way that people are behaving, because they're not acting like themselves at all. Like him like sawing through the wall is like, that's
not good.
Something is very wrong here. Because normally people are like, "Oh, I should probably stop this," but with the fact that like they're not really in control of their own bodies, and then like they're not able to leave, is a big like glaring something's wrong.
And now that we're rewatching it all, and I'm watching it with a critical eye, I'm noticing like there is something slightly different with Agnes. Like she seems in on the joke. Like
Yeah.
she's almost like, well, I guess
She
we
knows
kind
the
of know, but
rules
she's
almost.
like, she knows the rules, and
Yeah.
she's perpetuating like, oh, don't ask for more information. Like I'm just gonna give you enough to not like Geraldine because she can unravel everything. So she's just doing enough.
It's like not telling the secret, but also like not really keeping it either.
Yeah.
It's like all in good time.
Yes. we vowed to like not reveal things, like go through it like we're watching it for the first time, but it's so hard. It's so hard when you know what's gonna come. And I feel like that's a very well kept secret because she got her own show.
Right.
So at this point, we like to just have everybody kind of give their quick thoughts on what they felt about the episode and then rate it for us. And we have a brand new rating system since you've last been here, Num. We have...
I was looking.
Yeah.
So excited.
Was it hot like Sunspot? Was it warm like Zorn? Kind of hot and cold like Temper? Cold as Namor? Or freezing like Iceman? We'll have Sarah go first.
I have to say warm like Zorn because I feel like it's not the best episode of the season, or the series, but everything just really started to ramp up with this one, and just got so much more compelling. So, warm like Zorn.
Okay, fair. How about you, Num?
I 100% agree with Sarah. I was going to say Warm Like Zorn too. Not because I just love Zorn, but also because I felt like this season or this specific series, episode 3 is like, this is where it starts to basically be like a rocket into everything that's going on. I felt like the first couple episodes, it's like, oh, you're trying to get into it. You're trying to get the feel for stuff. And there's little hints. But with this one, it's like, okay, now we're going to basically start this marathon. And I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right, Kevin.
I'm gonna stay on brand. I'm gonna give it Hot Like Sunspot because I love every single episode of the show. And I really enjoyed this period of the TV series that they're referencing, because I was very aware of a lot of them and was watching Nick at Night all the time. Because Brady Bunch didn't come on our regular roster with the other shows. This was when I went to my grandma's house and I would watch Brady Bunch there. And I really liked the humor that was still there, the fun sitcominess of it, but also, the wheels start to become unhinged and things like that. So it's like a perfect balance to me. That's why I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, this one still had great comedy. I agree with both of our guests. I gave it Warm Like Zorn because it is the ramp up. It's more of a transition. We're setting up the rest of the story. So it's not quite as good to me as the first 2 episodes, but definitely gets me excited for what's going to come next. I kind of wish Ryan were here to give his take on the episode.
Yeah.
All right, so my thoughts on this episode are that, honestly, at first, like I said, this was really kind of a little slow for me. And then this was technically the second week that we got an episode of this. And I thought that this episode really picked up quite a bit. I really loved Geraldine kind of becoming more of a main character. And with what happened at the end, too, was mind-boggling, and I kind of knew that this was exactly where we were going to be picking up and getting to the Marvel speed that I wanted. So I'm gonna give this Hot Like Sunspot. But guys, seriously, help me. Yeah. Someone come and get me.
What just happened there? I lost you guys, but we're back. Okay, good. We can keep going. All right. So next up, what is the X Factor? So what is your favorite moment in the episode, or favorite thing that ties us to the greater Marvel universe? Anybody want to go first?
I'll go first this time.
Okay.
I think for me, the bringing in of the twins for me is really, really exciting. Just because obviously we all know how important they are to other stuff that's going on. Even though we don't get Mephisto in this episode.
What? We don't?
He doesn't show up in this episode from what we saw. I still really enjoy them being introduced because it just opened up the doors for so much potential to happen and for so much more to be brought in, and tying it to the greater Marvel universe as well. We know that the introduction of Billy and the twin Tommy can create, opportunities for Young Avengers, for, other stories in the greater Marvel cosmos now. So it's really exciting.
So I'm going to be boring and just say ditto because that was everything that I was going to say.
I love Billy and Tommy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you like one more than the other?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Billy always has really great opportunities to do amazing stuff. And I feel like Tommy kind of gets left behind, which is weird since he's a speedster. But I think Tommy has some really great moments, especially during the Kurt Cohen age, where he shows up and does a lot of really cool stuff and hangs out. But I think Billy, for me, during the second iteration of Young Avengers, where it's Billy and Kate and the younger Captain Marvel being a menace out and dealing with crazy stuff and weird adventures. And America Chavez is on the team, so I love them. But yeah, I think honestly, because more stories are told with Billy.
Yeah.
Billy, I do think that if they were like real people, Tommy would be like my friend, just because like I feel like he's very like solid in his decisions, and I'm like, let's go.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. I'd be more friends with Tommy, I think. I'd be trying to sleep with Billy though, if I were age appropriate.
They're teenagers.
I know. If I were age appropriate. I'm not in the Epstein files, I promise.
I think I'm also gonna ditto, but I did also like the reference to Age of Ultron with bringing up Pietro. I don't think it's as great as the introduction to Billy and Tommy, but it was cool to see that reference.
Yeah, I agree. And it was so jarring that like Geraldine brought it up because, you know, like Num said, the first 2 episodes were kind of hee-haw fun, and then suddenly she brings up Ultron, you're like, whoa, this is for real
it's like
now.
a dark
And it was you don't say his name.
It was very weird when she said it too. She almost felt like she was in a trance when she said it too. It was almost like some kind of like I don't know, like maybe she was kind of like becoming one with this world, and then that kind of brought her back into like this like inner thought. It was very hard to figure out what's exactly going on in their minds. But
I think too for that moment, I think it's such an important moment too, because you don't really get to see a lot of her discussing her feelings about that after like Age of Ultron. And it's touched on a little bit, I think, in Civil War, but like you really don't get like a good feel. Like she doesn't actually talk about her brother like in the past tense.
Right.
So I think for that moment, like it was such a like, whoa, okay, she's in there. Like the real Scarlet Witch is like in there still. And like she has like these very strong feelings about this. And I think it was a great chance for us to see that actually like discussed and not just like it hinted at a lot of the time, like that loss for her, because it was like that was her last family member.
Yeah.
It's
That's
being
crazy that she just moves on.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. Dang.
X Factor. You know, the Billy and Tommy thing, I kind of came into the show kind of anticipating that because I knew, you know, the reputation and things like that. So I was very excited to see them make it what I was expecting, but I wasn't shocked by it. So I'm going to go just the ending, like seeing the dome from the outside. This is the first time we get to see that. I think that was super exciting to me.
Okay, fair. Well, on this week, and it was hard because we only can do up to 4, but I want to know, who is your favorite Brady child? And you can choose between Marsha, Jan, Greg, or Bobby. It was so hard not having Cindy in there, but I feel like you couldn't not have Marsha or Jan.
And Peter's my favorite, so you don't have Peter on here.
And Peter would be your favorite, you pervert.
Pork chops and applesauce, you
know. I'll change Bobby to Peter just for you.
Then you're kind of really like you're aging because you have none of the young ones. Then you just have the 2 old in the middle.
All right, I'll change it back to Bobby just for you. Wow, I just can't wait.
I'll pick one of your choices. It's fine.
Okay. How about you, Num? Who's your favorite?
Okay, I'm gonna be mean. I like Marsha because she's such a bitch.
That was gonna be my choice. If I can't pick Peter, Marsha.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Like the Shurjan like gif is what I send like at least once a week.
I say
It's
a lot
like,
in life, and I feel like half the time people are like, "My name's not Jan."
they get the joke, luckily. But like when I was teaching with the littles, and they would say something that I knew wasn't true, and I showed Jan to them, they'd be like really confused, just kind of stunned. I'm like, I get it, you're 8 years old. Like, it's not for you. It's for the grown-ups in the room.
Yeah. George Glass.
How about you, Sarah? Who's your favorite? And it can't be Peter.
I don't know. I think Num had a good point. I'm gonna go with Marcia too, because I feel
Okay,
like
so you're both bullies.
Terrible. Well, if you ask our friend Brandon, who goes by
Brandon.
Mary, he would also agree. So the three of us, our little unholy trinity, or holy trinity,
the X Trinity.
No, if I can't pick Peter, I would pick Marcia, just because she is that mean girl you love to hate, you love to watch. She's very entertaining. Like, I enjoy her little shadiness. I also enjoy seeing her nose get hit in the face. I like that too. So I love the way she brushes her hair. I love all these things. So I guess her. Although if you do watch the 90s movies, I do enjoy Jan's like hair toss that she like when she runs. So there's that. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's Marcia too.
I know. Based on the 90s movies, I freaking love Jan. I think that actress is so hysterical. She cracks me up. Marcia's a close second, though. Those two together are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't care for Jan so much in the show, but in those 90s movies, Jan is great.
Yeah. All right, and real quick, before we get to our Danger Room Divas and then wrap up, we have 2 character announcements. Oh my gosh, did we invite both of you on this episode for a reason? Oh no! So introducing for A Nightmare on Grey Malkin Lane, Num, you were so nice to voice our Dazzler, and Sarah, you voiced our Boom Boom. Yay!
Yeah.
I love Dazzler.
Yeah, you were an amazing Dazzler. I loved your Dazzler. You're cracking me up. And I wanted to know, Sarah, so because we didn't really have much of a relationship before we reached out to ask you to voice Boom Boom, what were your thoughts when we were just like, hey, can you come voice this character for us?
I was immediately on board. I was just honored to be in the conversation. I didn't even need to see the script. I was like, yeah, drunk Boom Boom, I'm in. There was so much fun.
Any thoughts? Did you have any thoughts of, oh no, what if the script is terrible? I don't even know these people.
Honestly, no. And I knew you had mentioned that Num was involved too, so I was like, if Num's doing it, then
yeah,
they good people.
Immediately, yes.
Immediately, yes. Yeah, and you were very complimentary of the script. It was very heartwarming to me to know that you're a big Boom Boom fan, and I did Boom Boom right. So I was like, okay, good. This is working out.
Yeah, no, it was. I felt like you nailed every character. Honestly, it just felt like I was just reading an unhinged version of the comics, but like in all the best ways.
It's like the Exterminators brought to life.
Yeah.
Basically. I know when we did Two Mutants to Handle, Jordan told me she feels like if Bo DeMaio kept writing. Yeah, that's what she compared my writing to. I was like, that is a huge compliment.
I mean, really.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely need to get you in the comics.
Yeah.
I know. Marvel, are you listening? You heard it from Sarah Starrshine first.
Yes.
Yeah. You can draw and write them. You can do both. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Actually, since you mentioned Dazzler Num, our listeners should go to our brand new website, solvingforxmen.com, where I just added another t-shirt. It's Dazzler, and I think it came out gorgeous. And instead of like, it's a joke on Friend of Dorothy. Instead of Friend of Dorothy, it's Friend of Dazzler. I'm definitely going to buy one for myself and wear it everywhere.
Love it.
Yay.
Amongst other shirts that you can find there. I also love, there's one of C-3PO dressed as all 4 Golden Girls, and they're called the Goldenrod Girls. It cracks me up.
Oh my gosh.
I think I saw that.
Yeah. All right, Danger Room Divas time. So we're going to do this a little different. We're going to reveal what character first, and then Kevin and I can decide which of us are going to go, and Num and Sarah can decide which one of them are going to go. Fun.
Come on, Gambit, can't you make this program a little tougher?
Oh, it's no game, buddy. It's the Danger Room. It's where we train.
Danger Room Divas!
Simulation complete.
Kevin looks surprised.
I'm just thinking. It's fine.
Okay. So we'll ask Sarah and Num, would you rather be heroes or villains?
You can say it. I know you know.
We want to be heroes. I know that in real life, though, we would be like, well, maybe not Sarah, because Sarah's too nice, but I would definitely be like a problem in real life. But we're going to be heroes.
All right, Marsha.
Sorry. Not consistent.
All right. So oh wow, it like super teased you because it like lingered on Storm, and then at the last second it changed.
Oh man.
No.
So for Sarah and Num, your character is Sunspot.
Yeah. Okay.
I love Roberta.
And then for Kevin and me, our villain is Cassandra Nova. This is going to be interesting. So, based on the character, who do you want to represent you for Sunspot, Num or Sarah?
I know. How do you choose?
And Kevin, do you want to go for Cassandra, or do you want me to go?
I don't know.
I vote Sarah.
I'll do Sunspot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's never done one before, so it'll be the first one.
Yeah,
that's true.
You don't know the situation yet. Okay.
Not yet.
Oh, I'm scared. Wait, did I make a mistake?
Kevin, why don't you go for Cassandra? It's been a little while.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You can flick your bean to Anya.
Then your box. I was gonna mention it in my argument, so thanks for ruining it.
Sorry.
I don't know what it was gonna be, but I was gonna put it in there.
That's what he said. All right, let me get your situation.
Now Now the script makes more sense to me.
Oh, this will be fun. Okay. So, between Sunspot or Cassandra Nova, who would be the bigger pothead?
Oh
my gosh.
I gotta go.
All right. So, Sarah, would you like to go first or second? You're going to have 30 seconds to argue why Sunspot would be the bigger pothead.
Okay. I'll go first.
Okay, let me get the timer ready. Stopwatch. All right. On your mark, get set, go.
Okay, I think Sunspot would be a pothead because he has daddy issues and he's from a wealthy family and he's the screw up of the family, and he's just gonna turn to pot to make himself feel better, and he's just all vibes anyway, so yeah. That's all I got.
Okay. I thought about making us sit there for 10 seconens in silence.
No. My face would have just gotten more and more red.
Then we're doing it. 10 seconds. No.
Just makes far.
All right, Kevin. So Cassandra Nova on the count of 1, 2, 3, go.
Cassandra Nova would be a bigger pothead because she is a little insane, a little OP. She needs to mellow out sometimes. She needs to get rid of some of those demons in her mind. So she will put on the Enya box set and flicker bean and smoke a joint. I don't care. She might even like put her fingers through your head and like, you know, if you're high, she could get high with you by putting your fingers in her face. I don't know. Get those little dream sequences going. Share it with everybody. She have a little pot cult going on.
That got dark.
You know.
Also, how terrifying to
Yeah,
I
know. Yeah, no.
Just her hands through your face. No thanks.
Yeah.
No, I know.
She's like, she's like, is that doing it for you?
All right. Well, again, thank you so much, both of you, for coming on and spending this last hour with us. We appreciate both of you and all the help you've given our pod.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And Sarah, where can our listeners find your beautiful cosplay?
I'm on Instagram. My username is Sarah with an H _Starrshine with 2 R's.
Perfect. And Num, how about you?
I am on all social media at Num1 and Cosplay. You'll see me posting about every week. I'll be at New York Comic Con and then chilling the rest of the year.
Nice. And Kevin, how about you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, KJEEZY87, or follow the other podcasts we do on the Charmed published materials, Words of the Witches.
And you can find this podcast. Actually, easiest place now is to go to solvingforxmen.com, where it will link you to our episodes. It'll link you to our dramas, our merch, and Sexy Xy's. We need reviews. Our reviews are so sad right now on the website. There's a whole section for reviews, and there's one. There's one review. So go on Spotify or Apple Podcast if you can, and please leave us a 5-star review of how awesome we are, because we love to hear it, because we are pig-headed like that. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week for episode 4.
Ooh. Ooh.